Hey, what's up, y'all? I wanted to talk to y'all about trying to utilize your negative attributes or your downfalls into being something more positive. So for me, I have had very bad issues with like self loathing and self harm stuff, and it took a long time to acknowledge what it is. Like, I think I used it as a really like negative form of like getting mental clarity because pain would cause everything else to like focus out, or like I would only focus in on the pain and everything else would go away. And when I figured out how to stop doing that stuff, those self destructive tendencies and habits and desires did not go away. So I had to figure out until I could acknowledge that they did not go away, they came out in very, very weird ways. Like when I got sober and I got rid of my like self harm issues, I started getting like a really self destructive gambling addiction for a while. I also, at one point, I would get into a lot of like physical altercations and a lot of like fights and stuff. And it took me a while to realize that I was just unintentionally putting myself in situations where I could get hurt to try to like satiate those negative desires. So, the reason I bring that up is that once I figured out how to utilize that self destructive, self loathing desire for discomfort into being productive and dumping it into powerlifting, I was able to take something that was making my life so horrible and causing me so many problems to then redirect it into an outlet that became very productive. It's gotten me records. I've been doing good in powerlifting. I've gotten my health markers in order. Like I was able to redirect all that self-loathing, hatred, and anger into something that made me a stronger, better, more stable person. So I guess the reason I bring this up is just you have to remember that it comes back to these mental ailments don't go away, but you can figure out how to utilize them to be productive in your life. It's very, very hard. And for me, powerlifting and strength training happen to correlate. But it's a war. It's a journey to try to find these things that fill in these gaps, because you have to make sure you're the one that fills in these gaps and satiates these desires. Because if you're not, your brain is still going to do it. So it's a way of you being in control and being able to keep these ailments subdued and healthy. Because, like I said, they're never going to go away. But y'all stay tuned. I appreciate you. I'm going to try to do talks like this at least once a day. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay tuned.